Hey, where'd you get those glasses?
I got them all.
graduates and guests, please stand while Senior Class Representative Marie Kovacs leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Kindly remain standing following the pledge for the national anthem performed by our high school choir under the direction of Mr. Dana Warren.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the Northport High School commencement ceremony. I am honored to welcome you to Tiger Stadium at Northport High School and privileged to honor this fine group of young men and women upon their graduation from high school. We join together today to celebrate the achievements of the remarkable class of 2024. My name is Rob Dennis, and I have the distinct privilege of serving as the principal for this outstanding group of young men and women. It is my pleasure to introduce the guests seated behind me, as well as those with our students. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. The President of the Board of Education, Dr. Larry Licopoli. Vice President of the Board of Education, Ms. Victoria Buscarino. Trustees of the Board of Education, Mr. David Bedaines, Mr. Thomas Lochran, Ms. Donna McNaughton, Ms. Allison Noonan, Ms. Carol Taylor. Former Board of Education trustees, Mr. Jim Maloney and Mr. Andrew Rapaco. The Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Moyer. The Assistant Superintendent for Special Education and Student Support Services, Mr. Louis Bonadonna. The Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Dana Boschnak. The Assistant Superintendent for Business, Mr. Robert Howard. Our District Clerk, Ms. Beth Nystrom. Director of Student Support Services, Ms. Shannon D'Antuono. Director of Secondary Special Education, Ms. Allison Giamo. Director of Elementary Special Education, Ms. Carrie Kruger. Director of Fine and Performing Arts, Dr. Izette Mergen. Director of Instructional Technology, Mr. David Leese. District Chairperson of English, Ms. Rihanna De Palma. District Chairperson of Mathematics, Ms. Robin Rand. District Chairperson of Social Studies, Mr. Sean Hurley. Northport Middle School Principal, Dr. Tim Haas. Northport Middle School Assistant Principal, Dr. Chelsea Brown. Northport High School Assistant Principals, Mrs. Leslie Ciliata and Mr. Terrence Hinson. Northport High School Assistant Principals and grade level administrators for the class of 2024, Mr. Angelo Cocciola and Mrs. Denise Keenan. Northport High School clerical staff members, Ms. Patricia Bergbuckler, Ms. Lynn Garachi, Ms. Jane Kira, Ms. Mary Lavin, Ms. Nancy Rapp, Ms. Liz Reisdick, Ms. Nancy Spitniowski. Our school counselors, Mr. Louis Aconi, Ms. Kristen Katz, Ms. Amanda Cufo, Ms. Laura DeSantis, Ms. Lenore Kimitek, Ms. Jenny Conop, Ms. Kristen Orig, Ms. Catherine Tubner, Ms. Marianne Powers. Senior class advisors, Deborah Cavalier, Sukhman Harris, and Sarah Coleman. Marching band director, Ms. Lynn Croman. Choral director, Mr. Dana Warren. We welcome many members of our faculty who are here to support our students. Certainly without your endless efforts over the last 4 years, the accomplishments of the students before us today would not be possible. To the educators and faculty members of the Northport, East Northport community, thank you for being with us to celebrate this exceptional class. Students, class of 2024, I ask that you please take this opportunity to thank the guests who are here with you this beautiful evening, your parents, guardians, grandparents, friends, and family. So if you would please join me in a round of applause for your family who is here to support you. Before I introduce our first speaker, I would like to say that in order to run a successful high school, there must be a strong partnership with the central office staff. I am fortunate to say that our central office administrators are among the most caring and dedicated professionals I have met. It is my honor to introduce and welcome to the stage the Superintendent of the Northport, East Northport School District, Dr. David Moyer, to offer his welcome and congratulatory remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis. Good evening. It's an honor to say a few words here tonight at this special event, and I do mean special. While we are here to specifically honor our graduates, tonight is also a community celebration of education in the Northport, East Northport School District. All of us join together tonight in wishing all of you the best as you move on to the next chapter of your lives. I would like to thank the entire community for the warm welcome that is extended to my wife and me these past 6 months. Upon arriving in Northport, East Northport, I was immediately impressed with the generous spirit of concern for others and service beyond self that is prevalent everywhere in our town. Though many of you will be off to a new adventure soon, you will always have this amazing hometown to come back to, with people that love and care about you and will support you no matter what your challenge. Anxiety seems to be all anybody can talk about lately, but I encourage you to view this adventure as an opportunity, a gift, a time of wonder and happiness. On 1994's Wildflowers, Tom Petty sings, "Most of the things I worry about never happen anyway." Embrace the beauty of the moment, seize the opportunities that present themselves to you, serve others around you, and always, always look to the good. As you embark on this next chapter, my wish for you is the same wish that Bob Dylan expressed for his children on 1973's Planet Waves. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Thank you.
Joining us to introduce our salutatorian is Assistant Principal Mrs. Denise Keenan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor honored to introduce our class salutatorian, Luke Tutnell. Over the past 4 years, Luke has exemplified dedication, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Luke's journey through the high school has been marked by outstanding academic achievements, leadership in various extracurricular activities, and a genuine passion for learning. Luke has excelled not only in the classroom, but has also been an active participant in our school community. From being a lead programmer for the robotics team to volunteering for community service projects, Luke has consistently demonstrated a spirit of generosity and desire to make a positive impact on those around him. Luke is an active member of the Academy of Information Technology and completed a summer internship at Luke High Summer Camp, where he taught young campers about technology and software. In speaking with Luke, he said one of his favorite AYT projects was the Intro to Computer Programming project because he got to design his own video game. Luke is smart, funny, and kind. Beyond his impressive GPA and academic awards, Luke has shown remarkable character and integrity. Luke is known for his kindness, willingness to help others, and ability to inspire and motivate his peers. Luke is attending Purdue University, where he will major in computer science. As Luke prepares to embark on his next journey, I have no doubt he will continue to achieve great things and make a meaningful difference in the world. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Luke Tutnell.
Thank you, Ms. Keenan. Good afternoon, members of the board, parents, faculty, and my fellow seniors. I welcome all of you here today. Congratulations to all the graduates. I'd like to begin by thanking my parents for being supportive and for always giving me the freedom to choose my own classes and activities. I'll always be thankful for them giving me the opportunity to do the things I wanted to do, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm up here today. I'd also like to thank Mr. McCullough for being a great teacher. He was always funny, lighthearted, and laid back. Even though his test grading system made everyone in AP World hate me due to breaking the curve, he still taught us a lot of history, and I always look forward to coming to his class, especially for Don Kim International Studies. When considering what I wanted to include in my message to you today, my thoughts continuously came back to one key concept: making the most of the moment. Gandhi once said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever." The parallel of living in the moment while still working for tomorrow is a great philosophy about how to live a balanced life. Achieving this balance of looking at what's right in front of you while also looking ahead can be challenging, especially when there are so many options for you to choose from. Like at Northport, that offers sports, music, and everything in between. Even though striving for balance can be challenging, it can also be a very worthwhile goal. A perfect example of this balance was the BC math class. While we may have fooled around every day for 4 years, we also learned a lot of complex math topics that will help us in our futures. My favorite activity that I did in high school was the robotics team. I was doing programming for all those years and also got the privilege of driving the robot during competitions. Working 5 days a week, 3 hours a day for 3 months works out to about 200 hours per season, but it was all time well spent. Last year's robotics competition at Hofstra was a great comeback story for us. We were one of the lower ranked teams, but we were still picked to move forward ahead of 13 higher ranked teams. I still don't know what the other teams saw in us, but we must have made a pretty good impression. We ended up coming in second place, which is the best the team has ever done. Robotics was my main activity, but I didn't want to go through high school without playing a sport, so this year I joined the badminton team just for fun. I wasn't really that good, and I was the last person to not get cut from the team, and in my one and only match I didn't do too good. But I just enjoyed being part of the team and getting to play badminton after school every day. I hope that all of you were able to take advantage of the many classes, activities, and sports that we have here in Northport and got to make the same great memories I did. There are many challenges that we all may have faced, but there was also a lot of fun to be had during our time here. We're all going to different areas of the country, but I hope we all remember that it's important to keep doing the things that you enjoy while also working hard for your future. Thank you and congratulations again.
At this time, please join me in welcoming the Northport High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Dana Warren as they sing Fields of Gold. Northport High School is an extremely special place in the hearts and minds of so many individuals. Our students excel academically, in the arts, on the athletic fields, and in so many facets of high school life. In Northport East Northport, the success of our students is directly linked to the vision, support, and care of our Board of Education. To offer his congratulations on behalf of the Board of Education of the Northport East Northport School District, please join me in welcoming the President of the Board of Education, Dr. Larry Licobili.
Thank you. Let's have another round of applause for our choir. Job well done. I don't know about everyone else out here, but what a beautiful day for the Board of Education and all the members of the community here today to congratulate the class of 2024. The board also extends our gratitude to the parents, family, friends, district leaders, faculty, and staff who have supported and guided this class on this very special day of celebration. Recently, Mr. Dennis reflected on your graduation from Northport High School by simply stating that this is one step in preparing you for the next stage in your life. He further explained that the foundation of your education was built on what you learned from your elementary schools all the way through high school. Reflecting on this sentiment, I'm reminded of Robert Fulham's enduring words, "All you need to know I learned in kindergarten." He proclaimed that wisdom is not at the top of the mountain, but there in the sand pile at school. Here are some of the lessons to think about. Share everything. As you venture in the wider world, continue your sharing of talents, kindness, and empathy. Please pay it forward. Play fair. Though sometimes life isn't fair, but commitment to fairness defines your character. Advocate for justice, celebrate diversity, build bridges, and uplift each other. Don't hit people. In a world where words can hurt as much as physical actions, choose kindness over meanness. Live a balanced life. Every day, make time for thinking, playing, laughing, drawing, dancing, and make sure you take a nap every day too. Finally, don't forget that cookies and milk are good for you. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, look both ways, and always stick together. In closing, the Board of Education extends our heartfelt congratulations to each of you. May the spirit that follows you bless you and rock on.
The term valedictorian derives from the Latin word valedicere, which means to say goodbye. Tradition dictates that the valedictory address is delivered by the most outstanding member of the graduating class as an opportunity to share remarks, insights, and to bid farewell on the dawn of beginning a new journey. It is therefore my pleasure to introduce to you our valedictorian for the class of 2024. Before she comes up here, I'd like to describe to you about her excellence. Emily Wickard possesses many of the traits that you would expect of a valedictorian. She is a relentless learner and pursues knowledge with an unquenchable thirst. She relishes a challenge and only feels fulfilled if she is in a constant state of exploration, involved in meaningful activities and significant growth. This approach to her learning has led Emily to the International Baccalaureate Diploma. As an IB diploma candidate, Emily has enrolled in the most rigorous academic program our school offers and has excelled within its parameters, earning her a cumulative GPA of over 104. Emily has always been very mature for her age and has understood the importance of challenging herself with a demanding program. Emily is a student who simply loves to learn. She relishes her time in the classroom and thoroughly enjoys the opportunity to grow as an academic. Emily's work ethic extends far beyond the classroom. She has pursued a research internship for the past 2 summers at Columbia Medical School, researching possible environmental connections with ALS and examining the biological effects of vaping on the brain and nervous system. In addition, she has worked at the Cohen's Children's Hospital. Emily is also a star in the athletics arena. She has run varsity track, cross country, winter track, and spring track for 5 years, serving as captain for 4 of those years. She is a 4-time All-American, 2-time All-State, and 6-time state qualifier. In her spare time, Emily trains and runs, get this, just 50 miles a week to stay in peak condition. Our valedictorian is strikingly intelligent, athletic, humble, and eager to help those around her. Emily will continue her studies at Northeastern University, where she will also be a student athlete. Please join me in welcoming the valedictorian for the class of 2024, Emily Wickard.
Good evening, Superintendent Moyer, members of the board, Principal Dennis, administrators, faculty, staff, families, and fellow graduates. I'm honored and privileged to stand before you all as we graduate and embark on this great journey forward. To get to stand before you today, we've all endured countless hardships and persevered through the many challenges that high school had to offer. To be giving this speech, I've had to take many tests, as I'm sure we all have, and have been fortunate to pass quite a few of them. But this is not a true marker of success or predictor of intelligence, but rather a testament to a lot of hard work. It is hard work that will pave the way for all of us. We, as high school graduates, have a world of opportunities ahead and the ability to do anything, given some time and perseverance. Here at Northport High School, there's been something for everyone. A trait of our school I believe to be both unique and admirable. Whether you might be interested in science, theater, athletics, music, art, humanities, or even technical skills, there's a community for you and an opportunity to immerse yourself in professions or activities you might never have dreamed of. Northport High School also offers some of the most passionate teachers and staff, without whom the excellence we have all achieved here today would not have been possible. I'd like to offer my sincere thanks to all of the teachers, counselors, administrators, staff that have made this journey possible. As we move forward into our futures, I urge you not only to look forward to the world of possibilities, but also to appreciate the many people that have made your graduation here today possible, especially parents, families, and friends. I'd like to thank my twin sister Grace and my younger sisters Mia and Finley, who fill my life with so much love and fun, and who were always there for me, even if they really like calling me a nerd. To my grandparents, who love and support me unconditionally. To my abuelita, who is always there, cheering me on, and who inspires me every day with her strength and love, always pushing me to be the best person I can. To my friends and classmates, who are some of the most incredible and dedicated people I know. And finally, thank you to my parents who have always been there for me through everything life has thrown at me, and who have given me a shoulder to cry on or people to celebrate with over the highs and lows the past 4 years have provided. Now, with the innumerable choices and possibilities we have ahead, I'd like to leave you with a lesson I've learned the hard way, quite a few times over during my tenure here at Northport High School and as a young adult. Sometimes things don't work out the way you might plan. It's great to have expectations or to know exactly what you wish to dedicate yourself to. However, it's so important to not only remain flexible in your endeavors, but also to keep your head up in the face of failure. When I was taking driver's ed classes as a junior, I didn't expect to fail my first road test, or my second, or my third, or my fourth. And these weren't just small little fails either, no. I'm unfortunately banned from Brentwood Road examinations. In the words of my examiner, I should, quote, never come back. No, I didn't really understand the problem. I got over 100 points on that test. But nonetheless, sometimes things don't go according to plan or how you might expect. But we should always try to see these failures as opportunities for growth or chances to move in a new direction. As we embark on our next chapter, whether it be college, the military, trade school, the workforce, or anything else your future might hold, expectations can often be quite different from reality. And this doesn't have to be a bad or negative thing. When I began working at Cohen's Children's Hospital last year, I had a lot of expectations. Firstly, I expected that after 17 years of postgraduate education, the pediatric surgeons would have a more official office than a beat-up black leather couch in the emergency room hallway, but I guess you have to take what you can get there. And sitting on that couch, actually scribbling furiously on the back of a patient chart on my very first day, I encountered a certain English teacher, turned professional runner, turned naval captain, turned now pediatric surgery fellow. When I first met him, I was obviously quite intimidated, but he didn't say a single word to me for weeks on end, even in the operating room when he couldn't touch anything and I had to tie his surgical gown and answer his phone calls. It was this doctor, however, that taught me one of the hardest lessons I've ever had to learn. After about 2 months of working in the hospital, I walked in on a hot summer morning to find the place in chaos. The ER had just received patients from a terrible car accident, and I ran through the hallway to meet the attending in the trauma bay. I stood pressed against the wall, watching as the doctors rushed about doing everything they could to save this little kid. It was then that specific surgical fellow pulled me aside and bent down to meet my eyes. He warned me that the scene unfolding in front of me might not have the best ending. And I'll never forget the moment he said, still in his hard line and serious Navy ways, "Emily, you need to look me in the eye and you need to prepare yourself. Sometimes things happen and you're not really ready for them. It's okay to run away and it's okay if you leave right now. Though I think it'd be very valuable if you stayed." And in that moment, I had a very difficult decision to make. But I ultimately did choose to stay. This choice taught me not only a great deal about myself, but also about life. In the face of great adversity or failure, you too may be faced with a similar decision, to either run away or to stay and persevere. And I urge all of you, no matter what scene may be unfolding, no matter how grim or unexpected something may seem, stay and watch. You never know what you may learn. Now, this was not the only life lesson I learned from this surgical fellow. As new high school graduates, you have so many choices, so many paths ahead of you. These choices may seem overwhelming, and they certainly can be, but none of them are permanent. It's important to embrace the spontaneous moments and to see where they may take you. The plans that seem so solidified or final now might not be the same in a year or 2 or even 10. Think about the person you were 4 years ago when you entered this building as a freshman. Think about how much you and your goals have changed. Now look at the people around you. These are the people you've grown up with, who've supported you your whole lives. As we move forward into the future, although the prospect of being potentially thousands of miles away from your closest friend or family member might be scary, I urge you to engage in and appreciate the day-to-day adventure that our next chapter holds. I'm sure that on his very first day as an English teacher, that pediatric surgeon never fathomed that he would one day be graduating his fellowship. But I know he enjoyed every different road that he took, including the ones that he ran during his tenure as a professional runner. So don't be afraid to take the road less traveled or the bumpier road. And don't be afraid to get back on the road, even when you've been banned. Perseverance got us this far. It's what will take us forward into our futures, whatever they may be. Sometimes making changes can be difficult, disorienting, and unwanted. This uncertainty can be overwhelming and uncomfortable, and it's only by staying the course and putting in the work to do what is best for you that you will succeed. Now, most people don't need 5 road tests to get their license, but that's the work I needed to do to get this milestone. And yes, even though it may come as a surprise to everyone here, I'm proud to leave you today not only as a Northport High School graduate, but also the proud owner of a New York State driver's license. So no, that's not a lie, as some of you might think. Just a secret I've been keeping for a while. So stay off the road, folks, and congratulations to all the graduates here today. Thank you.
Commencement provides us with the opportunity to think in a dichotomy, to be nostalgic for the past and to be optimistic for the future. Our consideration of the past, present, and future is not possible without a firm commitment to understanding the details that make up our moments of life. This afternoon, as our time together draws to a close, I will ask you 2 final questions. Those questions will be, what details will you take with you and remember? And what power do details have in shaping your life? When people think about the word details, frequently they remember interactions between characters in a movie or show, the rhythm of a song that brings back memories, the way a once regularly frequented place brings back nostalgia and yearning for a simpler time, or descriptions an author uses in a novel. Commencement would be anticlimactic if we did not hear that this is the next chapter in your life, that you are the authors of your future, and that within you lie the stories of a future and happiness yet to be told. While possibly cliche, it is true. Your next chapter in your book of life is just beginning while you turn the page on this phase. But before you turn the page just yet, this afternoon we will consider the many details that brought you here. As we analyze the concept of details, let's travel back in time to 2005 or 2006. We should give pause to reflect on the details that made this milestone possible for you. Parents, grandparents, guardians, and family members, our graduation candidates would not be here before us today without your love and support. They would not be here this afternoon without the countless details you have poured into their lives over the course of the last 18 years. Parents and loved ones, close your eyes for one moment. What are the first details you have of these young men and women? Your once little bundles of joy. Moms and dads, think back to that very first detail. Maybe it was the first time you saw the sonogram. Perhaps the tiny thumps of that marvelous and miraculous first heartbeat that you heard as you anxiously awaited their arrival. Maybe the first kicks inside a belly full of fish food ice cream after satisfying a midnight craving. Your first detail may be the first time you laid eyes on your child. You were left in awe at the sheer amount of love that overcame you in the immediate moments following meeting this miracle. Now 17 or 18 years old and about to graduate high school. Your little miracle looked up and smiled at you for the first time. And in that moment, in that instance, You were their world, and they were yours. You held your baby closely at your chest, your hearts beating in sync. When you closed your eyes in those brief moments of respite, you could envision a world full of details, full of possibility for this miracle of yours, and you smiled at what lay ahead. Do you remember those details? Can you believe that the details have been enumerated into the countless pages and chapters of your precious child's book of life? Details are everything. The details of the initial days and weeks turned into months and then years. When you think about that first smile, do the details also bring you back to the first giggle? Maybe you remember the details of the first word, the first step, the first birthday party, the first day of school. Childhood would not be complete without the details of first baseball games, ballet recitals, Cub Scout meetings, drum lessons, and sleepovers. Savor the moments you were told. Remember the details you promised yourself. And in chasing those details that slowly but surely began to fill up in the pages in each chapter in your child's book of life, somehow life kept happening, all too frequently at a rapid pace. Savor the moments. Remember the details. It goes by too quickly. People whispered as their voices cracked, thinking too about their distant details that seemed like only yesterday. You heard it so frequently over and over and knew that it must be true. But maybe you figured out a secret that others hadn't. Maybe you could hold on to time and to details just a little longer than all those who told you of their fleeting nature. And as the days passed and grew more busy and hectic, you had life to live. You tucked those details away into the deep part of your brain where memories and emotions go to be called upon for the purpose of nostalgia, recollection, and inspiration. The happy details of childhood that you think so fondly of now in what seems like only yesterday were also met with some difficult details, ones that maybe you or your child sought to forget. Like in any great novel, song, or movie, it is the details that we come back to, both positive and negative. The details of the first boo-boo, the first tummy ache, the first strikeout, the first crush, the first failing test grade, the first job lost, the first family member lost, the first college rejection. If we are to discuss life as a book in a metaphorical sense, then we must too accept that the details, both the happy and the sad, make us who we are. In each of those details, parents and loved ones, it was you who showed your love and devotion to the graduation candidates before us today. Seniors, you will likely reflect on these and many other details of your lives over the next several weeks. As you reflect on those details, think about how you've changed. From the giggling, dependent toddler to the hopeful and successful, independent thinkers you are today. You will likely be told, don't ever change. And while I understand that that advice comes from a good place, my advice and hope for you is the opposite. I hope that you change many times over the course of your lives. It is the details that make life interesting and worth living. You are sitting here today as proof to your parents that all of life's details make up your life's novel. Parents, I imagine that for most of the last 18 years, in many respects, you have been the author or creator of many of those details. Likely during middle school or high school, as these young men and women became more independent, they began to assert themselves as the authors of their own details. Maybe high school was a time where each of you argued about who really is the author of this book of life. Who really creates these details? And now, students, on commencement day, it is this next phase where you will turn the proverbial page in your book of life and take autonomy of the details that will shape your future. Moms, dads, loved ones, be still for one moment. Take in all the details of this occasion. Think about the details of the breeze, the way the sun is warmly on your face, the sounds of the first lullaby that you hummed to hush your child to sleep. Listen to your heartbeat. Think about the details. Think back to the dirty diapers, the messy toy room, the fingerprint-stained walls, the unfolded laundry, the stacks of dirty dishes, and the late-night pickups. It is my hope that these details in your mind are from a time that you yearn to visit just once more. If you dig back deep enough in your memory, you can still feel the dreaded pain of that tiny Lego piece or Polly Pocket stuck in the crevice of your ring toe and pinky toe. Details. Wouldn't you trade anything to go back to those details and simpler days just once more? Spoiler alert. I am told that you will get to relive many of these details, especially unfolded laundry and stacks of dirty dishes after the first long weekend home from college. Graduation candidates, it is my sincere hope that you hold on to all the details, both the big and small, both positive and negative, in your life. William Morris was an English poet and artist who lived during the 19th century. He reminds us that the true secret to happiness lies in taking a genuine interest in all the details of daily life. Ferris Bueller says that life comes at you fast. Hold on to the details and allow them to be either nostalgic relics of a positive past or triumphant moments of fortitude from which you will grow. In your book of life, before you turn that page to the next chapter, always think about the details. And seniors, remember too, that you are the empowered authors of these chapters in your life. Take solace in the fact that if you need to, you have the power to forget some details. Take the details that you want to take with you, leave what you don't need behind. Details can be nostalgic as we yearn for the past. They can also provide us with optimism as we imagine a future and dream of a chapter that has yet to be written. Seniors, think about all the details that await you. How exciting to dream of the details of what tomorrow will bring. Your new college, your first job, the pride you will feel serving our country in the armed forces as first responders, police officers. Think about those details. It is my hope that at Northport High School, you have been given the tools to be thoughtful communicators, empathetic analyzers, deliberate thinkers, and open-minded collaborators. With these skills, think about the details that await your bright futures. What details will be part of your next chapter? Your details may include finding a cure for a disease, legislating on behalf of those less fortunate than you, teaching the next generation of thinkers and doers, running a business that provides a service to others, winning a championship game, protecting and serving the communities in which you live, or penning the next great novel or song of your generation. The world is a blank canvas waiting on you to paint it with your details. Our details, both nostalgic and optimistic, allow us to imagine both the impossible and possible as works of art. The greatest books and works of art are full of details, just like we know your life has been and will continue to be. Class of 2024, we are excited knowing that you are the collective authors of our shared future. While the words and ideas have yet to be committed to paper, the details are being dreamed of already. If the world is a blank canvas or blank piece of paper, then it is you sitting impatiently as you feverishly type the first details in that next chapter. Today marks the next phase of your journey. I ask you to think about the details that have helped you arrive here today and the ones that await you. It is my hope that Northport High School is a detail that you look fondly upon years from now as you add to your life's pages and chapters. The details of the Commons, the sound of the marching band, the cheers from fans at your game, the slow tick of the clock, ninth period on a Friday, the details of your assistant principals and I chasing you to get to class on time, and who could forget the painstaking details that went into what you would bring on anything but a backpack day. These are among the many details that I invite you to keep in your memories for those moments of nostalgia. Northport High School will always be here for you as a detail that has shaped you into the person you are today. It has been an honor to serve as your principal. I cannot wait to hear about all the amazing details that await you and to read the next chapters of your long, healthy, and happy lives. Congratulations to the Northport High School class of 2024. President Nicopoli, members of the Board of Education, the students before you have met the New York State requirements for high school graduation, and it is with great pride that I present to you the Northport High School class of 2024.
Thomas Acosta. Anastasia Knudsen. Michael Agapanov. Sebastian Coe. Olivia Aguirre. Brendan Kalenic. Sydney Aguirre. Wyatt Moran. Molly Ahern. Marie Kovacs. Malika Ahmed. Maya Kramer. Konstantin Aleshintsev. Jonathan Kraus. Heidi Alvarez. Peter Kuza. Dorothy Amato. Amanda Kutzma. Abigail Anders. Ella Laposta. Finley Anderson. Carter LaCourte. Zachary Ansell. Vito LaRosa. Ricardo Avila. Gisele Lasso. Maya Azam. Christina Loro. Joseph Baker. Timothy Leon. Sean Baker. Jack Lerner. Madeline Valley. Ashley Lowe. Henry Barbagallo. Andrew Locke. Lauren Baudier. Charles Lober. Bryce Bauer. AJ Loyacano. Lena Beatty. Sienna Lombardo. Connor Beck. Eduardo Lopez. Matthew Vine. Aiden Laughlin. Jennifer Benavides Yanis. Liam Lucano. Alex Bender. Kyle Lucas. Jonathan Bernal. Matthew Lugo. David Bernard. Ruby Lustig. Amanda Bertolino. Charlotte Lynn. Calvin Blissett. Natalia Magliacco. Mackenzie Bliven. Nabira Mahmood. Jake Blumenthal. Jacqueline Mikan. Reagan Bolger. Jack Maish. Jacob Bolo. Brenna Minerva. Nicholas Bologna. Emily Maloney. Sean Bonji. Mackenzie Maniscalco. Chloe Bonomo. Andrew Maddox. Evelina Ford. Andrew Barron. Anna Aripoca. Matthew Marlowe. James Brashy. Olivia Martin. Lucas Frazier. Juliana Mastoni. Jordan Briner. Madison Maxwell. Max Brewer. Chloe Meyer. Michaela Brown. Liam
McCarthy. Megan Brestmeyer. Olivia McConnell. Massimo Bonagorio. John McGrath. Maya Baguette. Timothy Macklem. Fernando Burgos Mercado. Brian McLaughlin. Colby Burns. Will Meyer. Nick Utah. Stephanie Middlenays. Maxwell Bunt. John Molman. Shannon Byrne. Alex Molina Reyes. Ana Caballero. Andrew Manda. Freddie Caballero. Christopher Manda. Sadie Callahan. Carter Moores. Michael Campoli. Charlotte Moran. Angel Canales. Salvatore Moriello. Morady Canales. William Morris. Lillian Campwell. Meadow Mascarelli. Owen Capisi. Chazen Mulholland. Kit Carlson. Kayleen Mulray. Lily Carr. Allison Murdoch. Coletta Caruso. Quinn Napolitano. Caroline Carvajal. Haley Neems. Brian Cash. Thomas Nellis. Aiden Catanzaro. Daniel Nertney. Merritt Kalki. Skylar Noof. William Chambers. Benjamin Neja. Iris Chen. Sophia Payne. Anna Cho. Nicholas DeCastro. Jojo Cipollino. Adam Nichol. Giselle Claiborne. Benjamin Niehaus. Nathan Clancy. Amaya Nieves. Emily Clark. Adil Narayan. Matthew Clemens. Zoe Nussbaum. Lillian Clemens. Sakana O'Brien. Lexi Cove. Vincent O'Brien Kersey. Isabel Colachico. Jessica Ochoa. Shannon Colombo. Brody O'Donoghue. Daniela Colon. Ava Olson. April Comstock. Caitlin O'Malley. Alexander Canigliaro. James O'Malley. Lindsay Connolly. Liam Ondrovic. Caitlin Conroy. Charlotte O'Neill. Patrick Cooney. John Palillo. Luke Coughlin. Erin Park. Etienne Corbeau. Sam Caruso. Valerie Corzano. Charlotte Petronella. Tessa Cody. Robert Petroselli. Eric Kraft.
Pierce, Brendan Cruz, Brian Pisano, Maureen Culhane, Catherine Pitpick, Alexandra Curatolo, Eva Pokowitz, Kevin Cusimano, Kennedy Razul, Michael DeBellis, Jacob Grafsky, Michael DeCharo, Jonas Rayo, Hannah Del Judas, Henry Ramirez, Julia Del Vecchia, Madison Rizizzi, Danny DeMarco, Kelsey Reed, Julia DeMasi, Brandon Russicue, Brian DeMayo, Dana Restivo, Francis Anthony Dentrone IV, James Reyes, Claire Cesario, Quinn Reynolds, Emily Deutsch, Noah Rickman, Ryan DeMario, Madeline Rivera, Quinn Donahue, Thomas Rivera, Christopher Donahue, Roman Rizzo, Billy Dragone, Michael Robert, Ethan Dunkel, Olivia Robert, Madison Dunleavy, Isabella Rodriguez, Leah Edlin Miller, Carter Roloff, Alexa Ehrlich, Samantha Roman, Simon Eller, Axel Ramiro, Alexa Elliott, Daisy Ruse, Jordan Elliott, Louis Rose, Luca Elmale, Dylan Rosenfeld, Julian Euvard, Hunter Rumpel, Michael Evans, James Russo, Lee Faber, Austin Rutkowski, Anthony Falica, Finley Ryan, Connor Farrington, William Ryan, Giovanni Faust, Kevin Sabino, Brendan Fenlon, Erica Salvin, Joseph Ferlin, Samantha Salvin, Ryan Fernandez, Patrick Sandvik, Carly Ferrara, William Sanzaroni, Jacqueline Ferrara, Daniela Santagata, Leah Ferrara, Duke Sonataro, Samantha Ferrara, Colin Sobchik, John Farrow, Travis Scandalis, Emma Fierro, Carter Schaefer, Maximilian Pinocchio, Kyle Scheibe, Grace Fitzpatrick, Bennett Schmellenberg, Thomas Fitzpatrick, Jessica Schmidt, Timothy Fitzpatrick, Abby Semple, Adam Flood, Liam Seavey, Emily Flood, Zainab Sheik, Haley
Bailey Flood. Eric Seasner. Ruby Fontaine. Dahlia Cilio. Alex Forbes. Jonathan Smalling. Jake Foreman. Paige Snyder. Jason Forte. Dylan Soparelli. Stephen Forte. Vincent Saletti. Wyatt Frederick. Quinn Sorrell. Sean Frey. Caden Spazzato. Sonia Furia. Robert Stabile. Madeline Gallagher. Connor Stratton. Peyton Gallagher. Jack Strebel. Ian Gallo. Sophia Seriano. Alyssa Garcia. Alex Tole. Hayden Gardner. Jayani Teta. Robert Germani. William Feek. Sophia Gilman. Nicholas Thomas. Logan Dufresne. Sean Tittel. Lucas Gold. Francis Tobin. Cody Goldner.
Vincent Torres.
Molly Gonzalez.
Sarah Torres.
Diana Garay.
Sophia Trezino.
Brendan Foreman.
Luke Tuthill.
Giacomo Greschi.
Carlos Vallarta. Pez.
Justin Greenbaum.
Anthony Umanzor.
Tyler Gunn Mignano.
Jaylene Vitrone.
Amanda Haley.
Giancarlo Valenti.
Cody Hammer.
Derek Vassallo.
Mohammed Hamza.
Amelie Ventitos.
Thomas Harden.
Peter Volpe.
Maddie Harnos.
Carolyn Voorhees.
Daniel Harris.
Luke Wagner.
Mason Hecht.
Jack Waldhauer.
Grace Hedwig.
Haley Walsh.
Grace Higgins.
Dakota Washington.
Ethan Corning.
Emma Watts.
Faith Corning.
Tara Weiss.
Maggie Hoffman.
Gabrielle Weissman.
Christopher Holmes.
Joseph Welch.
Brendan Howard.
Quinn Wendell.
Madison Howard.
Nora Wertheimer.
Tori Howard.
Troy Worthner.
Anna Hughes.
Luke Whalen.
Julia Huxtable.
Emily Wickard.
Jamie Inzerillo.
Grace Wickard.
James Ioannidis.
Dylan Wyzoric.
Jalen Arizari.
Olivia Williamson.
Robert Jalashkari.
Sophia Winger.
Sarah Jalashkari.
Tamur Eaton.
Jenna Jaslovic.
James Young.
Victoria Jenkins.
Jason Yoon.
Eleanor Johnson.
Lucas Funo Yule.
Caitlin Johnson.
Leah Zadrozny.
Alexa Cassidy.
Rumi Zaffer.
Julia Keith.
Lacey Zaharis.
Nolan Keeble.
Ali Zambri.
William Kern.
Ethan Zarkadis.
Brooke Kershaw.
Nathan Zarko.
David Kessler. Caitlin Kiffer. Sean Kiffer. Samantha Kim. Mackenzie Kurincic. Maximilian Clowder. Emily Kluberdans.
Congratulations, class of 2024. At this time, I would like to thank our Board of Education, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Moyer, our Central Office Administration for their work on behalf of the class of 2024 and for all the students in our district. In addition to the faculty and staff at Northport High School, I thank the talented faculty, staff, and administration of our district elementary and middle schools for their formative role along our graduates' journeys. I would also like to acknowledge the assistance provided today by the following groups: the Northport American Legion for their consistent support of our students and providing water today, the East Northport Fire Department, Mrs. Leslie Ciliata, Mr. Angelo Cocciola, Mr. Terrence Hinson, and Mrs. Denise Keenan for their collective teamwork, energy, and attention to all the details associated with Northport High School. Our district chair people and directors for their leadership in the areas of curriculum instruction and assessment. Our school counselors, our school district nursing staff, our high school custodians, our high school security staff, the PTSA of Northport High School, and specifically our PTSA president, Mrs. Jeannie Dunkel. Our teachers who are with us today, our counseling and main office secretaries. To all of these individuals, we applaud your tireless efforts and endless dedication to our students and to our school community. Here to bring the ceremony to an official conclusion is Senior Class Representative Charles Lover.
My fellow graduates, the tassel chain signifies the completion of this important stage of our lives and allows us all to recognize our potential for a successful future. Graduates, please stand. At this time, please join us as we change our tassels from right to left to signify our completion of high school and the commencement of this new phase of our journeys. Congratulations!